The Walking Dead, arguably one of the greatest still running franchises, with many spin-offs including TV shows and video games, started as a comic book franchise that began all the way back in 2003. 20 years of zombie killing and wild scenarios leading us to what we would know and love today. However, I want to talk about the two biggest Walking Dead stories in this medium, and if you don't already know what I'm talking about, maybe this video isn't for you. Rick Grimes and Lee Everett. Spoilers.
Chill the fuck out, lady!
Two of TV and video games' biggest names in their industry, The Walking Dead had two fantastic plotlines with AMC's TV show to a story-based game that put Telltale games on the map. Today I'm going to talk about what made these two series so special and why I love them both for their respective reasons. And once again, spoilers, you have been warned. Alright, we clear? Let's move. The Walking Dead TV show began back in 2010 on October 20th where we would meet the man himself. Rick Grimes. Him. Portrayed by Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes was a role that took off his acting career, solidifying himself as one of the greatest in the film industry. During the first season, we are in the eyes of Rick Grimes as we follow his story into the undead world. Rick was a deputy sheriff who had been previously shot on duty and rushed into surgery by his partner Shane. Rick was then in a coma during the first days of The Walking Dead and had no idea what was happening around him. Rick would eventually wake up in search of his family while meeting other survivors along the way. What's amazing about the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead is each character's fleshed out personalities. From Shane's spiral into insanity after wanting what Rick had, and Noel being the funniest character in the entire series.
It's just a matter of time before they come looking. I'll bake a cake with pink frosting. Would they like that?
To the antagonist making their jailhouse rock with the tank. The Walking Dead AMC stood out as something unique, as the comics weren't something everyone was familiar with or had access to. Creator Robert Kirkman expanded his storytelling to other outlets being TV and video games. The Walking Dead TV series follows the same characters from the comics but would deviate and bend the storyline into a fresh experience that could be enjoyed by fans new and old. Some of my favourite characters are Daryl and Merle, two brothers who are lost souls built to take on the undead. Daryl is the one that stands out here, the man that stands by Rick's side no matter what, through everything they've been through.
You're my brother.
Daryl is arguably the character that changes the most in The Walking Dead. When we first meet him, he's aggressive and excessive with force, but throughout the show becomes more reserved and broken, showing the effects the apocalypse has. The Walking Dead not only has a fantastic storyline, protagonists, several duo-antagonists, and more, but also some insane villains. The governor, leader of the town, Woodbury, and mental mass murderer, would butt heads with Rick and his prison group for the duration of season 3 and 4. The governor stood out because he was manipulative. He lived as a leader to the people of Woodbury and kept his dark antics to himself. You also had villains such as the cannibals, the junkyard people, and some people would even consider Shane a villain for how his true colours bled out. In my opinion, however, nothing would even compare to the best antagonist in the show. Negan.
Where's Rick?
I'm
Don't care. Where's Rick?
Negan is a love-hate kind of guy with the Walking Dead fans. He kills Glenn and Abraham during the first instance we see him, which turned a lot of people away from the show, as Glenn was a fan favourite. But he's so fucking awesome. He hates Rick and his group for killing some of his men at an outpost, and has them work for him as compensation. I don't think Negan is a good character, but I think his dialogue and the way he talks, on top of how he treats the rest of the world, makes him such a well-written villain. Someone that is an actual threat, that if not handled properly becomes a danger to everyone, including his own. However, there is a few reasons why people hate the new Walking Dead era. People hate that Negan killed off Glenn, which turned a few people away, whilst other people are annoyed at how plain the series got. Negan was eventually defeated, but they never killed him, which kept the series in a stale set of mind. Rick Grimes and Maggie had also left the show, which were fan favourites, leaving not much left to see. While the start of The Walking Dead was something to be treasured, the ending of The Walking Dead fell flat due to circumstance and not much left to be done. So we've discussed why AMC's Walking Dead was such a big hit. But what about Telltale Games? What about their story? Rick Grimes and his crew are not a part of the Telltale Games series, rather they created their own story. Telltale Games were a storytelling video game company who didn't have many other series under their belts. When presented with the chance to create a Walking Dead storyline with all original characters, they went all in. Lee, Kenny, Carly, Clementine, Lily, goddamn Larry. The Walking Dead Telltale began in April of 2012 with the first episode, A New Day. The first season of Telltale's The Walking Dead is my favourite video game of all time. No questions asked. I love the characters, I love the setting, I love the atmosphere, and goddamn it, I love Kenny.
And I am a Christian man.
Clementine's my responsibility. Can't ask any of you to risk your lives over this. This is something I have to do alone.
Sorry, partner, no dice. You had my back every step of the way. No way I'm letting you do this alone.
Kenny alone makes Season 2 of Telltale's The Walking Dead something to care about because of how incredibly well written he is. Lee Everett, a convicted killer for strangling a man caught sleeping with his wife, was a history professor in Atlanta, Georgia. We first meet him in the back of a police car, which he escapes after the car has crashed. We then meet a little girl named Clementine who has been left in Macon with a babysitter while her parents went to Savannah. Clementine and Lee are the backbone of the first season, as she is what makes all of your decisions in the game matter. They meet new people along their path. They stay at a motel trying to build a fort, which backfires when two cannibal dairy farmers try to eat and kill all of them. They then travel across Atlanta in search of a boat to get onto water away from the undead.
Fuck!
This inevitably leads them to Savannah, where Clementine's parents were. Yeah, you can imagine how that went. We meet new people die, people join, all cliche The Walking Dead stuff. What makes this game work though is the decisions you make throughout the game. While Telltale are known for having your decisions not matter, which makes them kind of pointless, the choice of illusion is well constructed here. Your decisions won't change the outcome of the game, but they will change how other people see you. Kenny is the best example here, as if you are good to him and his family, he will stick by your side no matter what, whereas if you disagree and are rude to him constantly, he does not care what happens to you. Clementine is another example, especially later on in the season when she is kidnapped and you are tasked with saving her. This all happens when someone steals your boat, the one hope you had left.
Come on! Just come the fuck on!
And Lee gets bitten. A death sentence on a timer whilst on the hunt for Clementine's safety. This all puts everything you know about storytelling into perspective, killing off the main character. In the final moments of The Walking Dead Season 1, Lee and Clementine are the only ones left. Everyone has either died or been separated from the group. This leaves Lee with a heavy decision.
There's only one thing you can do.
Oh, no.
You know that.
I don't know if I can.
No.
Have his adopted daughter shoot him, stopping him from turning into a walker, or leave him to die. The saddest ending you will ever know for such an incredible story. However, with the next 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, it never quite hit the same. Season 2, 3 and 4 had fairly interesting characters, and Season 2 brought back Kenny, someone we had assumed was dead. But ultimately, these seasons didn't have the same illusion. Your choices still didn't matter, but they were so obvious after the first game, and that's why I believe the series fell off. All of Telltale's next games after The Walking Dead never really felt quite the same, which is what led the company to bankruptcy. But that is my conclusion of The Walking Dead universe. Ultimately, both stories are fantastic, but they are not without their own faults respectively. Which one is my favourite? I only started watching AMC's The Walking Dead this year, but Telltale's first season has got to be my favourite. I love Lee, Kenny and Clem so much, but Rick Grimes and Daryl Dixon will always be such badasses. Guys, that's going to do it for today. If you happen to have learned anything from this video, or this is the first video that you have seen by me, please consider subscribing and leave a like. It's free, and you can always change your mind. For now, it's been your boy Game Fun. Take care, and peace.
Hey, smoking up a J, ooh, ooh, ooh. Think I done fell into a maze, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, but shawty, I'm okay, ooh, ooh, ooh. Probably cause no one in my face, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling just the way I should.